This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Tony DiRico. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am absolutely fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Well, it's a great pleasure to connect with you, Tony. Do tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I am in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and as they like to refer it around here, Michael Jordan's house.
Love it, love it. So tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
Probably my talent on LinkedIn, I suspect. I post every day, and you can tell my posts are unique because it starts with day number. For example, today was day number 14.
Yes, I saw that.
And last year, of 365 days, I think I missed one day that I didn't post.
Now, tell me, what are you achieving by doing what you're doing? And tell me a bit more about this PH thing, this Profit Hunters.
Well, actually, I run 6 companies. 3 of them are nonprofits, and 3 of them are for-profits. So in using LinkedIn, I put out messages to help other people. Often I'll write an article about personal development, books to read, trying to provide advice. What I have found, and I should state that I'm 66 years old this coming March, the more I help people, oddly enough, the more positive things happen in my life.
It's like what Zig says, right? Zig said, help enough other people get what they want and you get what you want.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I had dinner with Ziegler twice.
Wow. Yeah. I really wanted to meet Zig. Unfortunately, he passed just before I had the opportunity.
Yeah, we actually have a business relationship with his son, Tom.
Amazing people. And the legacy, you shall know them by their fruit, yeah?
Yes. Absolutely.
Well, that's great. So who did you learn these skills from? These skills of understanding the power of the principle and helping others?
Probably it started early on with people like Tony Robbins, who when I first met him, he went by Anthony Robbins, and he eventually converted. That was actually first time I saw Tony Robbins was live 1989 in Dallas, Texas. So I say that I have a number of mentors, such as Dennis Waitley, who did The Psychology for Winning, and others, Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Napoleon Hill with his Think and Grow Rich is definitely one of the foundational pieces. So I've, throughout the years, worked on me first. And then you do that by learning from people that have been there and done that.
Why will you continue to be that person that focuses on you first?
I'm sorry?
Sure. Why will you continue to be that person that focuses on you first?
Because the mission's not finished.
Expand on that.
Well, as I said, even though I'm 66 years old, I have a lot of things I want to accomplish. I'm going to be spending the next 4 years growing my businesses with the idea of providing the businesses to my 2 children. And I'm going to then spend more time on charitable events. Like, for example, I'm the chairman of the board of Green Gold Farms in Ghana, whereby my partner is in Ghana. His name is George Sapon. And not only are we creating farms so that people can have jobs, because Ghana imports $10 billion worth of agricultural products a year, which means the jobs are outside of Ghana. So for every 25,000 acres we put under farm, we just put 5,000 under a farm. We're going to include a free school and a free clinic. And so I'll probably be turning over my businesses that are predominantly for profit and spending more time in the charitable area. But at the same time, you got to keep your axe sharp. So you got to, be involved, continue in the area of personal development.
Love it. Wisdom, folks. Again, amazing audience here and live from Tony DiRico. Tony, tell me one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Consistently over 3 years. I have helped people through one of my other charities. It's called besomeone.org. It's based out of Atlanta. And our mission there is to save the lives of 50,000 children from getting killed or going to prison every year. The founder of that organization, his name is Orrin. He likes to go by Checkmate Hudson. I met him in Hollywood, California, September 18th, 2012. And over the years, I helped financially contribute to his organization. And then a little over about 2 years ago, he asked me if I would provide more guidance. So consistently, we've been helping children think more critically. And I use the term at-risk children. These are typically people that are in poverty areas, people that don't have the resources of others. We teach them how to think critically by teaching them how to play chess.
How does it make you feel, helping the way you are helping?
I wake up with a smile on my face.
Why would you suggest others do that? Help others.
Why would I suggest that, or how would I suggest that?
Why would you suggest it?
Again, as you, I think, try to quote, we quoted Zig Ziglar, the more you help people, the more you help yourself.
Love it.
So there is value in serving others. And oddly enough, the more you serve others, the more you're served.
Now, where's the best place for someone to connect with you, Tony?
Well, they can go to my website, profithunters.com, PROFITHUNTERS.com, or on LinkedIn. I'm readily available on LinkedIn, and it's simply Tony DiRico, which is DIRICO.
Right.
And anybody that wishes to connect with me, I gladly accept all connections. And for that matter, anybody that wants to speak with me, I'm open as long as my calendar is available. I will help anyone relative to assisting them in any fashion or form. As a matter of fact, oddly enough, today I had a conversation with a young man out of California, 19 years old, a budding entrepreneur, but he's struggling to get his business off the ground. And he reached out to me and connected, and I offered to speak to him. And he was very gracious, and he was amazed that I would even take the time to speak to him. And as I told him, I'm living the philosophy that is in the book Think and Grow Rich, which is somewhat in reverse, take a rich man out to lunch. So if someone wishes to speak with me, or for that matter, take me out to lunch, I gladly share with them, my 50 years of experience in growing companies, creating businesses, whatever I can do to help people.
Tony, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Tony, what is your earliest childhood memory?
In Italy. I was born in Casacana, Italy. My earliest childhood memory is being run over by sheep.
Interesting. How old were you?
I was a year and a half, and I have a scar on my belly from it.
Wow. So was it painful, or was it like a scrape?
Just a scrape, And again, that was 65 years ago, so it's not exactly fond memory, or a memory that's painful. Yeah. And I also remember we migrated from Italy to New York in 1955, as I like to say in the book. We went from Naples to New York City, and it was a 7-day cruise to get there. And I remember getting seasick during that trip.
Why do you think this or even these memories are so clear?
Probably because they were dramatic. When you're a year and a half old and you're being trampled by sheep that are pretty big when you're a year and a half. See, we were poor farm people in Italy, and so probably that was traumatic. And I suspect at 2 years old, when you're crossing the ocean, almost kind of like in the movie Titanic to a certain degree, but we didn't sink. So that's probably pretty dramatic.
All right. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Oh, God, I have no clue. I have no clue. I was not much into music.
Yes.
Probably my favorite song actually started in my late teens was Rod Stewart's Maggie May.
All right, Tony.
Rod Stewart.
All right, well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this imaginary time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Tony?
Go.
Tony, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
For how long?
I've been married for 32 years, 17 happily.
Wow. Tell me a secret, please.
Don't quit.
Oh, do you have children?
I have 2.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I watch yes, but I work and watch TV simultaneously.
Okay. What about screen time? The phone and the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
More.
If you had to share with us, Tony, your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Tony DiRico, what would you say that is?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Sure. I'll go again. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, Tony,
okay.
What would you say that is?
I'd say life is a do-it-yourself project.
Love it. Tony, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
No, I appreciate you taking the time to share my experiences with the audience. And as I stated earlier, if anyone would like to reach out and connect with me, then go to my website, prophethunters.com, or they can reach out and connect with me on LinkedIn.
Love it. Tony DiRico, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Okay, Angel, take care and keep doing the good work.
Thank you.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.